international activist and author, a new book called Words for Warriors, Fight Back Against Crazy Socialists and Toxic Liberal Left. It's up on LarryElder.com. Please welcome to the program, Sam Sarbo.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Don't let the applause breathe first,
Okay.
Sam.
The applause.
Come on, Sam.
It was so faint. I was just wondering.
Sam, how are you?
So good. It's so good. The book's getting such a lovely, warm reception, and
It's a #1 Amazon bestseller.
It is.
Yep.
And I'm excited because people are really enjoying it. I put a lot of humor in the book. I wanted to make it entertaining at the same time, But we do need to fight back, and we're called to be happy warriors, I think, and so. It's just been a lot of fun. There are a lot of silly words in there, too. COVIDiots is one of them. And
Say again?
COVIDiots.
Which is?
And people who are idiots about COVID.
COVIDiots.
So, yeah. NPC is in there. You know what an NPC is?
I don't.
NPC stands for non-playing character. It's in a video game. And the game developer puts a non-playing character in just to sort of guide you on your way. They say one or two lines, and they just repeat themselves. And I draw this parallel. We're living in a world of NPCs. There are a bunch of ideologues out there. They only know how to say a few things. You're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a bigot, you're a Nazi. And it's unfortunate that we're living in this world right now where we've all been basically miseducated.
And you point out in your book that words matter. They absolutely matter. This business of referring to illegal aliens as undocumented.
Yeah.
It's constant. Jake Tapper does it. CNN does it all the time. And it changes the way you view this. I wrote a piece about this one time, and I quoted a woman named, I think her name was Cindy Rodriguez, head of the Hispanic Association. And she said words matter and really, really despise the legal term, which is illegal alien.
Right.
And prefers the term undocumented, which makes it seem a lot less
onerous,
problematic for our country.
Yeah, exactly. And they've been exercising wordplay for a long time, and we just haven't caught up. We just really, it's an odd thing. You know who actually was a master of wordplay was Donald Trump, and he didn't mince his words. He said what he thought, and he did what he said, and that's how he beat them initially, was with words.
Systemic racism, foundational racism, enduring racism. Subconscious racism.
Yes.
This is the kind of crap that we hear all the time. Foundational racism, I got that from Beto O'Rourke. I never heard that before.
Yeah.
I'm black. I'm almost 70 years old. I never heard anybody use the term foundational racism until Beto O'Rourke gave that to us.
Well, they do keep making up words and just using them with impunity. And so it's easier to tell lies if you're using words that people don't quite understand. But that's why I wrote the book. I want people to understand the words and to be able to say, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because the idea is if they can change the words, change the meanings enough, then they get you to lie. And that's the ultimate goal. So,
Sam, what is the meaning, as far as you can tell, of critical race theory?
Critical race theory has been described really well, has been defined, I think, by Dave Rubin. And its definition is shut up, Whitey. I mean, really, that's it. And it's very sad because it's child abuse to teach a child that he is simply the result of his skin color, that is the only thing that matters. Your skin color, you're on radio. Nobody sees your skin.
Oh, yes, they do. Cameras right there, Sam. They're looking at both of us right there.
Well, that's the new technology.
Yeah, everything now.
I'm sure you heard David Webb.
Everything now is video.
David Webb was accused of being
being white
privilege.
Yeah, and David Webb's a black guy.
Yeah, and he goes, you haven't done your research.
Who was the person he was talking to? You remember?
I don't know, some chick.
Yeah.
She was on the phone, so I didn't see her, but
and it was a black woman.
It was. Yeah, she said you wouldn't possibly know.
You wouldn't understand, yeah.
You've had white privilege. What is white privilege? What they really mean is green privilege, and because they're green with envy, because they covet, they just want your money. And more than that, no, they want your money and they want you to be poor. That's what they want. The left wants everybody to be poor. They seek to impoverish everybody.
Did you ever see that video of Margaret Thatcher? She was doing that thing that they do at Parliament.
Yes.
And she said, here's what they want. They want everybody to be down here.
Yes.
Down here. If you're up here, they want you to be down here. They don't want both of them to be up here.
Right.
They want them to both be down here.
Right.
And it was hysterical the way she was gesturing. Everybody was laughing. But it was as clear an example of what the left wants. They want, there was one guy, head of a major union. He said, as often, Andy Stern was his name. He said, as much as we make fun of the Europeans, they may have higher unemployment, but they have less inequality. So it's okay for more people to be out of work as long as those who are working don't make a whole lot more money than somebody else.
Yeah, and
how idiotic is that?
It's completely idiotic, but that we have to understand that they seek to impoverish, they seek destruction. If it's not clear by now after this past summer with all the riots and the looting and everything, and the fact that they didn't announce that at all, but a day on Capitol Hill was the worst day in American history where barely anything happened.
They're comparing it to 9/11. I heard it be compared to Pearl Harbor. Are you kidding me?
They lie all the time.
And the word insurrection.
Yes. Yes. And that's the insurrection. And by the way, that by a president who's threatening to nuke the citizens of this country. I mean, it couldn't be more upside down.
Well, he said the only way to take on the government would be to have an F-15 or a nuke.
Right.
Yeah. I guess completely forgetting the whole purpose of the Second Amendment was to prevent tyranny against government.
Right. My F-15's on order. I'm having trouble tracing down a nuke.
Well, it's on order because I ordered one before you, so you're behind me. The book is called Word for Warriors. It's by Sam Sarbo, Fight Back Against Crazy Socialists and the Toxic Liberal Left. Word for Warriors, Fight Back Against Crazy Socialists and the Toxic Liberal Left by Sam Sarbo. It's up on LarryElder.com. Sam, as always, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much, and you can find me at samsorbo.com. If you're looking for me, that's where to find me.
samsorbo.com.
Thanks so much.